Yosef was a tzaddik. Yosef was a big tzaddik. Says that Yaakov loved him because he was a ben zekunim. He was a child that he had in his older age, but more than that, he was like an old man himself. He was such a smart kid, such a big Talmid Chacham, that Yaakov would learn with Yosef Torah that he wouldn't learn with the rest of the brothers. So that caused the other brothers to become more jealous of Yosef. And then he was doing so good that Yaakov Avinu gave him a special jacket. What is this jacket? This jacket, Rabotai Yekarim, was the jacket that Adam HaRishon wore. Adam HaRishon had a jacket that HaKadosh Baruch Hu made him. Most people think that Adam HaRishon and Chava, they were walking around naked. That's what we think. We grow up, we say, oh yeah, they were naked, right? No. Their private parts were covered from day one, from the first second. From the first second, HaKadosh Baruch Hu created them in a way where the clouds were covering them. They had a cloud covering their private parts. Later on, he actually made them clothing. But nonetheless, they were always covered. You go see it in the Pirkei de Rabbi Eliezer, talks about some of the interesting things that happen at the beginning of time. But more than that, this special jacket moved from generation to generation, and one day Noach had it, and after Noach had it, Nimrod HaRasha, the biggest idol worshipper of his day, got it. Now this jacket gave him supernatural powers over the animals, which gave him power over the people. People thought that he was some god. They thought that Nimrod was a god because he had so much power because of this jacket. Later on, the Midrash says that Esav saw this jacket, he liked it, so he killed Nimrod. When people saw that Esav killed Nimrod, Esav became the Gdol HaReshaim, the biggest gangster in the world. Now later on, what happened? Yaakov took the jacket. Yaakov took the jacket when he ran away. He had to pretend he was Esav. And he gave that jacket to Yosef. Why did he give it to him? Because Yosef was a tzaddik and a Talmid Chacham, and he knew a lot of Torah, and he learned with him. But still we see that Yosef made a mistake. He said some bad things about his brothers. He judged them unfavorably. He saw them in the market talking to some women, so he thought his brothers are talking to married women. He saw them eating a lamb. He saw them eating a lamb, and he said, wait a minute, you didn't even slaughter him. How are you eating him? This is a violation of the Noahide laws. It's a violation of the Torah. You can't do it. What he didn't know was that this lamb that they were eating was a lamb that was already inside the belly of its mother, or calf, was already inside of the belly of its mother when they slaughtered it. So if you slaughter it, and whatever is inside it doesn't have to be slaughtered. You can eat it. So he didn't see it. He judged them unfavorably. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu punished him. With what? 10 years in prison. First he went to Potiphar's house, but then he went to prison. He went to prison for 10 years. But in this week's parasha, HaKadosh Baruch Hu says that, okay, enough's enough. He had 10 years in prison, then he got punished for an extra 2 years because he didn't have enough emunah, where he said 2 extra words to the Egyptian, total 12-year sentence. But then this week's parasha, HaKadosh Baruch Hu changes nature again and shows us his glory in a small way. How? He takes a guy that's in a prison where it's a one-way system. You enter, you're pretty much not coming out. At least not in one piece. If you're coming out in one piece, must be a miracle. It's like Siberia, just in the desert. But not only does it take this prisoner that's been there for 12 years, but it says here Vayishlach Paro vayikra et Yosef vayiritzu min habor. So Paro sent and summoned Yosef, and they rushed him from the dungeon. Vayiritzu. Vayiritzu is they rushed him. Why does a Kadosh Baruch Hu decide, out of all the words in the world, why didn't he just say they took him out? What are they in a hurry for? The guy's been there for 12 years. What's the difference if he's 12 years and a half, 12 years and a month, 12 years and a day, 12 years and 2 hours? Why are they in such a hurry, these Egyptians? Why is the Kadosh Baruch Hu in such a hurry to take him out? I mean, if you want to take him out so quickly, take him out already last year. We learned from here, Rabotai Karim, Chazal tells us that the second the decree is finished, the second it's finished, HaKadosh Baruch Hu ends it at that moment. Meaning, as soon as HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants to uncover salvation to us, it doesn't have to be a growing process. It doesn't have to be over time. As soon as the miracle is ready, as soon as the salvation is ready, as soon as the blessing is ready, you're finished. That's it. Vayiritzu min habor. Meaning that right now, in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, he was a prisoner with no way out. No appeal, no lawyer, no nothing. At 8:05, he's not only out of the prison, he's already shaving, and he's only 15 minutes away from becoming the viceroy, the second in command of the most powerful country in the world. You went from being in a hole in the middle of the desert, the Auschwitz of the desert of 3,000 years ago, within a matter of a few minutes, you're not only out of there, but you literally become the king, the operating king. That, Rabotai, is a small sample of HaKadosh Baruch Hu showing us what salvation looks like.